it's always that constant battle of, do I leave the door open so cool air can come in my window, my mirror don't get fogged, or do I keep the warmth in and then have to deal with clearing my mirror at the end? Do you know I have that argument every morning uh, with myself? But anyway, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress. And today we have yet another installment of the Raw and Real Wednesday. No graphics, no edits, just me popping my shit. Okay, okay. Um, so I have been in a weird place lately. I ended up, I haven't been feeling too well since like Monday, and I don't know what it is. Like my stomach is bothering me, but I feel um, an overall feeling of disconnectedness. So I was telling them at work, and they're like, "Oh, hope you don't have the COVID fog." And I'm like, "What the fuck is the COVID fog?" So they said apparently when you've had COVID, like way later, you can get this fog, which is like you just feel out of it, like you don't know what's going on. Like I'm like, bruh, this COVID shit need to die. All right, it's like the fucking gift they keep on giving, but it ain't a damn gift. You feel me? All right, all right, here. I'll read this up. Sorry, I gotta rub my head. Out of curiosity, what toothpaste do y'all like? You know, I used to deal with somebody that was vegan and they did not fuck with fluoride toothpaste. And I started doing that, but like when I went to the dentist, my teeth was jacked up from not using the fluoride. So I'm back to using fluoride. But I'm just curious, what do y'all use? This shows y'all I really be getting ready to go to the plantation before I shoot this for y'all. Whew. Oh, that is such a good feeling. So I want to tell y'all a realization I had, because you know this show is normally like my couch, my realizations, my pontifications, if you will. Um, but I'm realizing that when you've been in dysfunctionality for most of your life, normal shit feel weird. Okay? Normal relationships feel weird. It's almost like you're always looking for something to be wrong. And I had this conversation with my girlfriend the other day, and she was like, I know I have these bad habits or whatever. And she was telling me her habits. And I said, honestly, bro, I said, that's not bad habits. That's a trauma response. You know, a lot of us think we have bad habits. It ain't necessarily that you have a bad habit, it's a trauma response, even down to, biting your nails or, overeating or all these different things. We think it's bad habits. No. Take a look at your life and go back to the point where you first felt like you needed to do that thing that you called a bad habit. Guarantee you want to connect it to some trauma. But anyway, I'm saying this because I recently went out on a date with someone, and he's actually a really good guy. He's super interested in me, and he doesn't make any qualms about it. Like, he doesn't try to hide his feelings. He doesn't try to close off and make me figure shit out. He tells me straight up what it is. And I'm like, I'm breaking all the rules in dating this person, because y'all know how big I am on signs and stuff like that. And he's a Scorpio, and I'm a Scorpio. And normally I don't date Scorpios because I always feel like I always feel like, we're too much alike and we'll bump heads or whatever. But with any sign, no matter what sign you are, if you're low vibrational, you're low vibrational. Doesn't matter what sign you are, and I'm not going to get along with you. Um, I do, and it's not to say that I don't have low vibrational shit that I still work on. We're all works in progress. But if you're in a place of being low vibrational and you don't even know you're low vibrational, or you do know and you just want to act like you're not, and I can't do it. You know what I mean? So he's super high vibrational, super honest, super transparent, super affectionate. He talks about me in the future. That's the type of shit I like. Um, but I'm learning that, like, the reason why I get so excited about the little things that most people are like, oh, that's a given, is because I haven't had them things. Like, you know, somebody to pick you up and take you on a date and buy you nice things and put you on their arm and be affectionate with you in public and things like that. Like, I haven't had that in so long. So for me, I'm like a big ass kid. Like, whenever I see him, whenever we're together, I'm like a big ass kid. And that's how it should be. I'm like, do you know how many times I've heard guys say, I want a woman who is submissive, and I want a woman who will, be all these beautiful, soft, nurturing, loving things, right? But this is what guys don't understand, bro. Any woman you meet, and I know that's a hard stance saying any woman you meet that is interested in men. First of all, let's keep that real because every woman don't like men, but I don't care who she is. If you treat her properly, she will be the submissive kitten that you always wanted. And women get caught up in that word submission. I'm not saying that you're less than by saying that you're submissive. I'm saying that you will follow his lead and trust him and be comfortable in that and not feel like you have to take control of situations. But I think some men think that just because they have a dick and balls that you should be submissive to them. And I'm just saying that's not how it works, bro. You can't have an angel in your life if you ain't creating heaven for her. And what you put, and this is the other thing, what you put into your woman, you will get back, bro. If you don't put shit in, if you don't put nothing in, and I ain't talking about sex, because sex ain't shit. If you don't put nothing in, if you don't invest anything into your woman, you're not gonna get anything back, bro. And 9 times out of 10, she ain't gonna stay. Not if she knows her worth. I happen to be a woman that knows her worth. So I spend a lot of time leaving motherfuckers that don't know my worth. A lot of people want you to not know your worth. Even if they know it, they don't want you to know it. Because that's a vulnerability for them to let you know that you the shit and they want you and they love you and all these things. That's a vulnerability. And it's only a vulnerability because they're not at a place within themselves that they want to be. I just have a tendency to try to treat, when I'm in a relationship, to try to treat my partner the way I want to be treated. I go out of my way to do nice things because I want that in return. And it's not like you have to give me to get, but it's a reciprocity thing. Reciprocity is a huge part of a relationship. If you don't have that, then you have one person that's reaping all the benefits and the other person just feels used. And, it's not fair. It doesn't feel good. So anyway, yeah, I'm dating a Scorpio. And so, let me tell you something. I'm always the one who feels like, I'm always the one in any situation that's the more intense one emotionally. Like, not even emotionally, but like energetically, all of them things. Scorpios are extremists, especially when it comes to our feelings and stuff like that. But our first date, like, he was just looking at me and I felt like a nervous little girl. I love that feeling. So wish me luck, you guys. Seems like I might have a winner chicken dinner, but we'll see. Um, what else was I going to talk to y'all about? So yeah, so I don't know if I told y'all, but I got an office now at my job, and part of the reason why I wanted this office was because like the whole, I learned that I have anxiety, like not bad anxiety, but like I guess you would call that workplace anxiety. Like when I'm trying to work on something and I'm like in the zone and people are walking past talking and doing this and doing that, I find it to be irritating. So when I got my office, I'm like, oh great, like I could just sit in here, do my work, put my music on. If I need to like, put on some meditation stuff, I could do that. Let me tell you something. People still find a reason to come in my office and bother me, bruh. They still find a reason to come in my office and bother me. I'm like, bro, y'all just drawn to this flame like a damn moth, okay? Can you just leave me alone? And what's up with people that can't catch the hint? You ever let's try to be nice to somebody and not be mean and tell them to leave you alone, but you be short in your conversation. You don't make eye contact. Like some people really can't catch the hint that you don't feel like being bothered, and it's just uncomfortable, bruh. So many people have uncomfortable conversations just because they want to fill the air with words. Like, bro, we don't have to talk. You can say hi and bye. We could be standing in a room and not say shit to each other. There ain't no beef. We got nothing to say. There's nothing to say, bro. And first of all, who is happy to be at the plantation? Don't be in my face first thing in the morning talking about good morning and asking me a whole bunch of fucking questions. I'm not in the mood. Can you wait till like 11 before you bring your happy ass in my office? Like, damn. I know, I'm going to hell. It's not the person, it's just me. Like how I need to have my space, bruh. Like, who wants to be bombarded when they first walk in the office with some bullshit or some happy ass motherfucker? There's only really one person at the office I don't mind bombarding me, and she's my friend. Actually two people, because they're my friends. But sometimes, bruh, I really have to turn that Scorpio stinger off because I'll be wanting to sting motherfuckers and that shit ain't even necessary. I'm learning I need to just be quiet sometimes. Just be quiet and don't say shit. Let people do the shit they gonna do and just watch them. We always be trying to run our mouths and figure shit out and talk about, I ain't talking about shit no more. Just sit there and watch y'all motherfucker. Watching y'all. Oh boy. My hair is getting longer and this is getting annoying. I need somebody to teach me how to braid because I don't know how to braid. That reminds me of a story actually. So my friend that I work with comes to me the other day and she's like, do you know how to do braids or some shit? She asked me and I'm like, bruh, you know I'm not the black friend for that. I have never braided hair in my life. Not that I wouldn't learn, like I'd love to learn, but these nails and stuff is not gonna allow you to braid. And if I gotta pick between braiding and having my nails, I ain't getting rid of my nails. So, but it was just funny. She was like, "Yeah, I told my husband that you didn't know." I was like, "Yeah, I'm a black girl, but I don't know like certain black stuff. Like, I was dating somebody that could get the what's them things? Look, I still don't even know the name of it. A while ago, I was actually in a relationship with somebody who could get the I still don't know that, the food stamp cards, I guess you call them. And we went to the store and he was like, "Here, you can buy all the food with this." And I'm like, "What is this? This shit legal?" He was like, "Kinda, sorta, it is, but you never seen a food stamp card?" And I was like, "No." And he just looked at me like, "Wow, you are super blessed to have never had to see a food stamp card in your life." I mean, I know what food stamps look like. I had never seen a food stamp card. And we used to go to the grocery store and I could buy like $200 worth of stuff. And never have to use my own money for that. And I went to work and told my friend, and she was like, "Bitch, are you serious?" She's like, "You don't know what a food stamp card is?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Yeah, you're blessed because most people know what that is." I know now, now I know because I had that experience, but before that, I did not. But it's just certain things I just never experienced. Like everybody up here grew up with an ice cream truck come to their town. I didn't. I didn't see a damn ice cream truck up close and personal until I came to college. They just didn't have that where I grew up. I grew up in the country, and it wasn't much of nothing but trees where I grew up. They had a mall and shit like that, but my exposure to the world really started when I came up to college. This hair is just taking me way too long. There are things that I miss about where I grew up, though. Like living in the city is not all it's cracked up to be. Like it's convenient. The city is convenient in a lot of ways and inconvenient in a lot of ways. Things that I miss about where I grew up is just being able to go outside and sit down and listen to the trees and the birds and the wind and feel the sun on my face and just in my backyard. I can't do that up here. I mean, you could do it, but somebody might come and take a piss on you or some shit. Ah, somebody might be shooting up in the corner or some shit. Like, no, it's not that bad, but it's bad enough. Um, Hold on, I gotta get something. I'm back. Yeah, but where I grew up was country. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother used to come to the house to visit in the summers, and she would stay for like weeks at a time. And there was this one day, it was me, my mom, and my grandmother, Bubba, God rest her soul. And my mom had this big, she had this big old, what's that in my hair? She had this big old flower bed of tiger lilies in her front yard. They were beautiful, tall and orange and polka dots with black dots and all that. I don't know if you ever saw a tiger lily, but I might just throw a tiger lily up here so y'all know what I'm talking about. The fuck is my pick? Okay, this is bad for business. I can't find my pick. This is life. This is life right now. Where the hell is my pick? Did it fall? It is over there. All my stuff is normally up here. Oh no, I'm upset, y'all. I can't find my pick. Pause for the cause. I gotta go get my other pick. See, that's the type of shit that piss you off when you live by yourself. Cause you like, where the fuck is that shit? I'm the only one here. So now I got my black fist pick. But it was me, my mom, and my grandmother. My mom had these tiger lilies, right? And so I'm outside one day, and there's this big ass snake, like peeking his head out the tiger lilies. And so I run in the house, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's a snake outside," or whatever. And so here go my grandmother throwing a shovel at my mom, a shovel at me. She got a shovel, and now we commence to chasing this snake back and forth through the tiger lilies, trying to get it to come out so we could kill it, right? It's the funniest sight ever. My grandmother, light-skinned, short, heavy-set woman running around with a shovel in her hand, yelling and screaming, and we running back and forth. People probably thought we was crazy as hell trying to kill that damn snake. And then the snake finally came out, and my mom killed it. And my mom has like a lot of superstitions. And when I was growing up, I just, I accept that for what it is. Some of them I believe, other ones I don't. But she always says some shit like, you can't let the sun go down on a snake. Like, you got to kill it and you got to bury it. Because if you let the sun go down on it, it comes back to life or some shit. I don't know. Some shit like that. But, so you cut the head off and you got to bury it. But that was the funniest shit, seeing my grandmother and my mother going back and forth screaming. I have that image in my head for the rest of my life. I don't even remember how old I was. But that's like the country shit. That's not my only snake story neither. Because my dad, you know how black people always have an old ass car. Black country people, we always have old ass cars in our yard that don't work no more. And they just be sitting there. So my dad had this old ass Volkswagen Rabbit. It was tan. And it was sitting in the yard. And I used to always sit in it because when I was a kid, I used to domesticate feral cats. Like it was like a little hidden talent of mine. Because where I grew up, it was a lot of wild cats in the woods. So I would sit outside for hours domesticating them and training them to me. So that way I could hold them, carry them, and all that. Sorry, I thought I saw my pig. I'm still looking for my dead pig. And this one day I was going out. It was a Sunday because I remember my dad was watching football in the house. I goes outside, right, to go get in the car to go play with this cat that I had domesticated. His name was Tuxedo. He was black and white. And I turn around while I'm walking and there's a snake chasing me, bruh. Like the snake was chasing me, bruh. My parents to this day say that snake wasn't chasing me, but the snake was chasing me. He had his head up and I was walking and he was like chasing me. I ran my little ass up on top of that damn Volkswagen so fast. So now I'm sitting on top of the Volkswagen. I'm like, Dad, like calling my dad, crying and shit. And so he comes out, he's like, what's wrong? Like, there's a snake down there, it won't let me get down, chase me, da-da-da-da-da. He went and got a shovel and killed that snake. I'm like, oh, my dad's my hero. I was so traumatized. I was like, Dad, I was calling you for bad long, Dad, and you didn't come, and I didn't hear you, and you didn't, all that shit. Oh, God, memories from my childhood. Mama, what you barking at? What are you barking at? It's early as shit. Shut up. My dog be in a dead sleep and then wake up and start barking like... She was dead asleep, drooling, snoring, everything just now. And she barking at nothing. A noise. I mean, I ain't complaining. That's my security system. I don't mean to be rambling today, but so yesterday when I come home for lunch, right? I always come home for lunch and see Peach on lunch and take her out for a little walk or whatever like that so she can relieve herself. So I am coming out the elevator, right? And they had the cleaning crew here. Peach was in the elevator with me. The elevator door opens. There's one of these cleaning ladies here. Young girl. She just saw Peach. Peach didn't make no moves or nothing. I'm looking at this bitch and I'm like, me and Peach both looking at her like this. What is wrong with you? I said, she's not thinking about you. You really, really worry, but she's not even thinking about you. Peach is not an aggressive dog. She didn't come towards her. She going towards the other way and this girl screaming and yelling. I was just like, bruh, can you move out my way? Shit like that get on my nerves. Because you're overreacting for who and for what? I could understand that Peach like bolted out the elevator and came at her. Peach wasn't even looking at her. Like, I be tired of people who act that way just from seeing her. That shit gets on my fucking nerves, bro. That reminds me of how, like, if a white person's walking down the street and they see a group of black people come and they clutch their purse and hold on to their shit like, bitch, my dog ain't thinking about you. The fuck? That shit irritated me. But I was nice enough. Because I didn't say what I wanted to say, which means I was nice enough. But people be hating on pit bulls, bruh. You want to know why I love pit bulls? Because pit bulls are just like black people. And people say, oh my God, how are you going to compare people to dogs? Okay, this is a comparison. Because people see a pit bull and have all these judgments and thoughts about them just because they're a pit bull. Black people understand what I'm saying. We could be regular people. And people look at us and be like, oh, she's black. Let me make these assumptions about her because she's black. That's why I'm passionate about pit bulls. Because they get treated the same fucking way. One day, I'm gonna buy me about 30 acres of land, and I'm gonna get one pit bull for each acre, and have me my own little pit bull rescue, and let them run wild on the land, and live my best life. Okay, me and my dogs. That would be awesome if I could have me a pit bull ranch. See, y'all learned a lot of shit about me today on this raw and real. But anyway, let me go. I gotta go to the plantation. Now my hair is looking right, so I'm ready. Y'all have an awesome day, and I'll see you on Friday. And that is the raw and real. Hey, yo. Thanks for watching. My contact information is below. Please go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is as always appreciated. If you want to show that support with them dollars though, throw your girl a Cash App, you feel me? Until we meet again, smooches.